Hello, my internet friends and family. This is Charlie from our Georgia suburban homestead. Um, Went to check my bees today. This is like the second day of November, and 3 of my hives are empty out of 5. It's been a horrible year with late frost, early frost, and a almost total lack of rain. And I think that has caused my bees to abscond, at least 3 of the 5. I also wonder if it was not this early frost in which they were not able to cluster, because it was at the early frost. We had 3 days of frost in mid-October, and the hives started going down from there. I checked the hives. They had bee bread, they had honey. I just have no idea. There weren't any bees on the ground, so we didn't have another poisoning incident. So I think it was just a lack of nectar out there, and they decided they'd try to find someplace else to live, which is going to be really hard this late in the year. Like I say, they left honey in the hives, the combs were fine, had bee bread, so either they absconded at a very bad time of year, or these early frosts must have screwed with the queen, and she stopped laying, and the hives just died out. Anyway, we'll show you a little bit of what was going on. Well, I've lost 3 of my 5 hives. There's just a couple of bees flying around these 3. They're the most exposed to the night sky. Those 2 over there still have bees, good colonies in them. Now, we have had drought conditions. You can see how a lot of the trees have already started changing, but they also, I think since May, we've had maybe 1 inch of rain. And we had late frost that killed off a lot of flowers, so it's been a very hard year for my bees. And then we had an early frost a couple of weeks ago, and I'm wondering if my bees just did not cluster to keep the queen warm, or whether they just decided to go somewhere else. But those 2 over there that have a bit of coverage over them, where they're not exposed to nighttime air, are still strong. Now, these hives actually still have honey in them, so I don't think the hives starved in this drought, but they're clearly not in there anymore. Okay. So I've been beekeeping about 8 years, and we've had, some little problems now and again. We had bee poisoning incident last year, and I was down to 2 hives, 3 hives, and I was able to make it up to 5 hives this year, but now I'm back down to 2. I'll try to keep these going through the winter and recreate, hopefully they'll do some swarming for me next year, and I can come back up and have more hives. But that's the way of beekeeping, especially when the weather just will not cooperate and give any nectar plants out there. Still, like I say, there's honey in the hive, so I'm not real sure that was the main problem. But anyway,
We're disappointed.
we're a little disappointed. Yeah, I'll have to build up again next year. I think I'm just going to check the other 2 hives, and they have honey in them, but I think I'm just going to start feeding heavily anyway, just to make sure that they have plenty of food and make it through the winter. I don't want to completely start over. Anyway, that's the way it goes sometimes. During the poison incident last year and drought this year, it's not been too. It's been 2 pretty lousy years for me. I may order another nuke just in case. I'm pretty sure I'm going to, hopefully, God willing, get the 2 remaining hives. They make it through the winter. But, you know, just to be sure, maybe I'll order a nuke and restart. I got plenty of already built out comb, and so they ought to be able to take off pretty quick, as long as we get rain next year and we get flowering plants. It just sucked this year. I mean, I think we've had a total of 5 inches of rain so far this year, and desert conditions are anything less than 10. I'm actually hoping we haven't lost a bunch of our trees, so we'll see. Anyway, see you later. This has been our Georgia Suburban Homestead. Click on the subscribe button, and click on the like, even though this is not a very likable film, and come back. Thank you. Bye.